So we said you're held open, so we need to close you, right? Good. PTs face me.
Sorry, on the side.
Yeah, so if you're on your side facing, no facing. So Jesse, this is to your question before. These are PIVMs.
Here we go.
Do we have PIVMs? Nope, just PIVMs. Sorry.
Buckle up. You're just.
Sandra, you want me to film?
Come on, close. So you want your partner about 6 inches from your fist. So bring your roughly 6 inches. You're going to. I'm going to scoot up the shirt.
I'm taking away
Your
from the
hands
artistic ability.
should be my right hand, and whatever hand is on their back should be palpating in between their spinous processes because they're PIVMs. And we're going to be doing, of course, extension because that's harder. Let's do flexion first. Why would I want to do a flexion PIVM? What injury?
Stenosis.
No.
Oh wait.
Stenosis. So you told me herniated disc. You said we're held open in flexion, so we're going to do extension, correct? So stenosis, they like flexion, so they're the exact opposite. So they're typically held in extension. You'll see their spinous processes are usually glued shut, and we're going to try to flex them. So even though we're on herniated disc and extension PIVMs is the way to go, it's harder. So let's skip to stenosis and do a flexion PIVM. You're going to get into a squat. Good. Alden, EJ, switch with Jenny.
Okay. Wait, what?
Little table. Okay, so you guys have your spinous processes palpated? Good. So they're roughly 6 inches away from you. Now you are going to flex their knees and hips. Now you're going to take a squat down until those knees are suitable, right into the crook of your hip.
Am I holding it the wrong way? It's over.
Yeah, I mean, not now, but oh, I'm in front of the legs. So now, it's in the crook of my hip. My hand is on the bottom leg. Now all I'm going to do is with the crook of my hip and with my leg, I'm going to take this complex and I'm just going to shift my butt to the right. And that flexes the spine. I should feel opening in my fingers. And then if I go back to neutral, they should go back to their resting position. Shake my butt to the right again, they should open. Which ones should open first? The lower segments. So this is the exact opposite of the cervical spine. Cervical spine, we took the head and lifted it off. For the lumbar spine, now we're taking the legs and going from the bottom up. The exact opposite of the cervical spine. So if you flex the legs, we get through the hip, now we get through the pelvis, then we get into L5, S1, L4, L5, L3, L4, and then boop, 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 back to neutral. And we just go back and forth. Open, close, open, close. If I don't feel a segment open, PIVM, correct. I'll have Dr. E teach you that. Good. But that is exactly what you'll do as a PIVM as soon as you don't feel something open.
Dr. Rush, what happens if someone has like giant legs and they're really heavy really heavy?
Body mechanics.
Okay, so we should be able to at least wedge their knees into our hip like
Yep.
that. Okay.
Yep, there should be no problem doing a PIVM on a big person if you have appropriate, because you never
You're not
use your
lifting it,
arms.
yeah.
You are just literally swinging your hips.
Okay.
You could put a towel under here to make it slide. Yeah.
Are your hands, like when you're on the spinous process and you're feeling for the opening, closing, did you say that you're going up the segments when you're...
No, I mean, you can move. You start lower. When they start to open, you can just move your fingers up.
Okay.
Okay, now we're back to herniated disc. Let's do extension. Get them really close to you. So come close, right up to the edge. Good.
Can you do this as a MWM?
least it's not described that way. You can do PIVMs as a treatment, but it's not an MWM. Okay, so now for extension, they're close to you. And what you're going to do, they're nice and, chilling. I want you to just cross your arms for me for 1 sec. And I'm just going to gently push her back. Good. And then you can put your arms back where they want to be. So you can see I slid her back. I did not lift her. I did not rotate her. I pushed her back. She has a sweatshirt on, which makes her a bit more mobile to sliding, which makes my life easier. Why did I extend her up there? Lock up extension from the top down, because I'm about to take the bottoms and move them away from me, and that's going to be difficult unless I get some help. So that makes my life easier. We like that. Now I'm going to take her legs that are bent, just like they were before, and now I'm going to take her heels towards her butt. Why do we do that? Lock from below and take away the tension from the or load up the rectus to keep the pelvis stable. Now we have a good moment arm to then take that legs that are in our crook, take these folded up legs, and now all I'm going to do is slide away. And they're close to us so that we don't have to lift. At this point, if she's locked up, this should be a very little movement. That's closed. That's closed. That's closed. That's closed. And you're closing. Good.
Nice.
Okay, you want a guitar close up? Closed, closed, closed.
Nice.
You okay? Nice and relaxed. You never relax. I'm proud of you. Maybe, yeah. I mean, I would never push you through anyway. Okay, everybody do flexion and extension PIVMs. Go.